1 second.
Sorry, we don't take card either.
I'm sorry? What am I supposed to use?
Can you step to the side so you can figure this out?
Can I speak to your manager? Oh, excuse me. Do you guys take checks? No, I have the money. You don't need it. Okay, what the hell is that? Excuse me, when was that implemented? I don't have that.
Sorry. But we're cashless now. I had to implement a new system just to stay in business.
It's okay, Mom. You don't need it. Let's just go.
I hope you understand. So like coming from one eye, the other eye is the radio signal, so sonar from the Wi-Fi router, and they just learned to predict like this is where the human beings are. Then they took away the camera, so all the AI had was the language of radio signals bouncing around a room, and this is what they're able to reconstruct: real-time 3D pose estimation. Right? So suddenly AI has turned every Wi-Fi router into a camera that can work in the dark, specially tuned for tracking living beings. Is they had a camera looking at a space with people in it. That's sort of like coming in from one eye. The other eye is the radio signals, so sonar from the Wi-Fi router, and they just learned to predict like this is where the human beings are. Then they took away the camera, so all the AI had was the language of radio signals bouncing around a room, and this is what they're able to reconstruct: real-time 3D pose estimation. Right? So suddenly AI has turned every Wi-Fi router into a camera that can work in the dark, specially tuned for tracking living beings.
It's already happening. People think it's about clean energy, about progress, but that's just the cover story. What's really happening is a total shift in control. Your ability to move freely is being erased piece by piece. Look at what's coming. 15-minute cities, smart cars, geofencing. The moment gas-powered cars are banned, every vehicle will be locked into a centralized grid. No more high-speed chases, no more escapes. If they don't want you to go somewhere, your car just won't start. It's that simple. They say it's for safety, to stop criminals, reckless drivers. That's how they sell it. But who decides who the criminals are? What happens when you just disagree, criticize the wrong policy, attend the wrong protest, and suddenly your smart car is just a brick sitting in your driveway? And it gets worse. They're turning cars into subscriptions. You'll pay extra for range, for speed, hell, maybe even for the privilege of driving at all. Those new EVs, cameras, microphones, always watching, always listening. They're not just banning gas cars. They're banning freedom, and no one sees it coming.
This is just a theory, not a fact. Quantum computer chip, and it's a massive breakthrough. This thing has more computing power than every computer on Earth combined. It's called the Myron 1. And what this thing can do is absolutely insane. Imagine a world where you could invent a concrete that could heal itself, or you could design a phone battery that could be charged one time and never run out of juice. That sounds like science fiction, but it's not. This chip is going to make it possible with quantum computing. And here's why it's so crazy. Imagine the process to invent that infinite battery was a giant maze. A normal computer would have to try every single pathway in the maze one at a time. And it could take centuries of experimenting to find the right path all the way through. But a quantum computer works differently because they can try every single path in the maze at the same time. This is the difference between a bit and a qubit. The qubits that power quantum computers. Now, the Myron chip can sustain 1 million qubits at the same time. That's 1 million different pathways through the maze every moment until it's solved. And what this means is pretty incredible. When a scientist goes into a lab to create a new material or design a new drug, they won't need to run experiments because this chip will just give them the answer the first time. And it's hard to wrap your head around exactly what that means, but essentially it's new medicines, new iPhones, screens that never crack, new metals for supersonic planes. Everything will change because of quantum computers. And we just entered the quantum age.